Test, test, test. 1, 2, 3. What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Glad to have you here on this Friday evening. Happy Valentine's Day to all my Berry Seal Valentines out there. Happy Single Awareness Day to all you single folk. And happy Tour Day America's Day for everyone else here. Welcome in. This is going to be a fun one. Setting up leg 3, the Tour Day America's streams. Is that a fucker wolf? No, what is that thing? Is it 0? I don't know what the heck that thing is. Interesting looking airplane that just spawned in right there. What's going on? We are headed down to Juneau, Alaska, as we finish off the Alaska portion of our tour. We're going to be started into Canada, I believe, on leg 4, which we may conduct tomorrow or Sunday. We shall see what the weather has in store for us. But what's up? Good to see you. Nabil's in the house. Bill's Mafia. Water's in the house. Do you want to be my Valentine? Indeed, I do, Water. Forever yours, my man. Drew Smith's in the house. Nicolam, good to see you. Sandman V02. Zippy Zapple. What's up? Zippy Zapple was in the DC-3. There he is, right there. DC-3, getting ready to blast off and head in front of the 4-ship, 5-ship, whatever we got. I saw some other Dukes over on the ramp. We got Digital Merc in the house. Tom Pasco's here. John Seifert. Al W. What's going on, Al? You ready for some wind and then some cold, temperamental weather this weekend? Luke Wallace, what's up, man? Good to see you. Jeremy Harvey in the house as well. Virtual Flight Diaries dropping the 10 gifted memberships before we went live, man. VFD, thank you so much for the 10 gifted subs here for the Berry Seal Nation, man. Berry Seal Nation. V1 Nation, but Berry Seal streams. Appreciate you, VFD. Too kind. And I think this one's going to be a fun one. So I hope you're all ready to settle in, enjoy a flight. We've got a little planning to do. We're going to hit up some VOR Airways. We are running I had it up at 400 LOD, but just to be safe, because it's a long flight, I ran it back to 350 just to get it off the limit, but I didn't see any change in VRAM. Right now, using 15 gigs of VRAM, 350 LOD. I can see trees all the way out into the distance. We got rain shafts. We got clouds. We're doing 120 FPS. What could be better from the XTX? Absolutely love it. And I'm ready to get this show on the road. Let's see what else we got out here. We got some like 0. We got a 1, 2, 3, 4 Dukes, a DC-3 over there. Man, there was another turbine Duke somewhere around here. I don't know where they went, but I'm ready to get this airplane fired up. Let's hop into the cockpit here, and let's pull out the pitot covers, engine covers. I don't think we need to do any warming. It's only like -1 outside, so it's not like it's super cold. Everything else looked good, 100%. Now, one thing I did notice, I thought we had more Hobbs meter than this. I don't know why I went back to 2.4. I'm a little bit sussed out about that. We'll have to keep track. We'll keep track after we land. We'll see what our Hobbs time is when we land in Juneau, and then we'll have to make a note of that. I wonder if it didn't save or something. I'm not sure what happened with that, but we'll double check that after this stream. Make a note of it. I did already run the fuel numbers. We're $960 in avgas today. In Juneau, it's a little bit cheaper. It's $11.50, I think, the FBO there that I saw. But we'll do a quick little walk around here, make sure everything else looks good. All the covers have been pulled. Yes, indeed. We'll check up under the elevator. I can't wait till Black Square make these official, and we can probably grab on the elevator pieces and stuff and test them. All right, let's get in for real. We'll close up the cargo door back there. We'll go over here to payload. Cargo door is closed. Oxygen was refilled after our last encounter, but right now we're at 1500 psi, so that's good. We don't need it unless we're going unpressurized. We are climbing up to 27,000 feet today, so we will be pressurizing this bird. A faulty Hobbs meter, that's every renter's pilot wish. I know it, John. I know it. I can do that right now with the Comanche. What's that, Luke? What could I do with the Comanche? You're not going to let it go until I get that Comanche, huh? I noticed my Hobbs was off, same livery on 3 legs, and was still just over 2 hours each. Interesting, Digital Merc. Interesting. I wonder if there's something that's maybe off because of the, if not officially being supported, which would be a shame, but I mean, it's not going to be the end of the world. But actually, we're going to leave the window open for engine start. So we'll go ahead and get our keys off the nose compartment there. Fueled up, caps are closed. Let's go ahead and turn the battery switch on. Let's go ahead and get the nav light on. Let's go ahead and get rid of the throttle control. Stop. That looks good. Fuel selectors are in both. That looks good. We're not using Hobbs anymore. We switched to Calvin with key 6. Thanks for the $5 super chat, man. Appreciate you. Indeed, we're not using Hobbs anymore. It's over to Calvin. I get you. I'm picking up what you're throwing down. Thanks for the $5 super chat, key 6. All right, let's turn on our panel lights. We'll do that after we get an engine running. Since it is super cold, let's pre-oil. So we'll go ahead and pre-oil left. We'll do it about, I don't know, I didn't start the chrono. Let's do ET. We'll do it for another few more seconds. Keep the panel lights off. And then I will flip to the left side here. When that hits 10, we'll do about 20 seconds each side for the pre-oiler. All right, left side, we'll let that keep going up to about 20 seconds. Mickey G in the house. Hey, my Hobbs is correct. I'm a little over 6 hours. Mickey G, I'm wondering if it's a livery thing. Digital Merc, did you have a custom livery? And Mickey G, are you flying a default livery? Because why would it stop a little over 2 hours? And I wonder, there might be something going on. I have to take a look at. I don't know. We'll double check after this stream to be confirmed. All right, we're pre-oiled on both, so we'll reset the chrono. That looks good. Let's go ahead and we'll bring up the tiller cam, I guess, or the cams for this stream. Oh, why is that like so washed out with the red glow under there? I'll have to fix that. Hold on. No, that doesn't fix it. I'll see if I can't fix that here after we start up. We got the engine running. So let's go ahead and go fuel boost on both engines and prime it up. Looking at our fuel flow, 1, 1,000, 2, 1,000, 3, 1,000, 4, 1,000, 5, 1,000, 6, 1,000. Should be enough. Boom. Bring those back. Cut off. 1,000 RPM crack. And beacon's coming on. Clear prop. Let's see if we can't crank number 2 right over. Right, left, both. Here we go. Much easier to start up than it was that last time, wasn't it? 1,000 RPM check. I would say I'm blasting out of here, but you know, droning off now. Oh, zippy. Did you already take off? I missed a DC-3 takeoff. Let's fire up number 1. Clear prop. Beautiful. 2 good starts. 1,000 RPM generators coming online. Avionics master inverter. Close up the door. Now that we've got battery power, panel lights are coming on. Let's get auto heat, vent blower high, please. Pressurization air full on. We need to warm this cabin up. It is cold. It is cold out there. Canadian, thank you so much for the 14 months of support, dude. Appreciate you. It's been way too long already. Y'all should start to pay me so I can pay for the engine replacement of the AMG. Thanks. Piston less than PT6A. No way indeed, man. I don't know. PT6 is pretty goat. Maybe we'll do a mini tour in the PT6 in the future. Right now, pistons are goat, man. All right, 27,000 feet is set. 1,000 RPM check. We'll lean it back here. Don't foul the plugs. Mickey G says, I use the same default livery for all 3 legs. I wonder why that is. I wonder why we are having issues. 23.6 for the CTAF. We'll throw that in here. 23.6 is up. Okay, let's take a look at... Ooh, our weather radar's already painting. Let's go ahead and turn on our transponder. Weather radar's already painting some weather. Route of flight today. I guess we're going to taxi out for 27. We'll see what the winds are doing here real quick. Runway... Runway 9 is what we're going to want. So if I go back to my charts, I'm just pulling up the ILS chart. So we're going to taxi out for runway 9. That's going to require a back taxi, runway 9er. Our departure that we're going to use is the Castle 7. This will get us out to Castle, which is on the same airway. That's going to lead us all the way down. We're going to have to use our KNS nav as well for this. Highball, replay might affect the Hobbs, but I didn't even do a replay at the end of last stream, so that's why I'm kind of curious why. I never looked at the Hobbs meter though, so I can't say without a doubt it's bugged, but we'll note it on this stream, and then we'll have to double check. Hopefully we'll do another leg tomorrow. But for getting out of here, we need to pick up the Glacier River. Ooh, that's NDB 404. So if I remember how to do this, let's get the 404 NDB on here. .404 NDB, anybody? It's picking it up. Oh my gosh, I haven't had track an NDB for a while. It's going to be a right turn to intercept the 31 or the 135 heading or bearing rather. So we'll set our heading to 135 because that'll be the bearing we're going to track outbound to eventually join the radial off of Johnston Point, which is 085. So I missed your takeoff, man.
Should have been paying attention to chat.
I know it. All right, I got V-Pilot up and running. We need to tune in Johnston Point here, which is 1167. So we have Johnston Point. I guess I'll put it in nav 1167. And the radial is 085. So it'll be a right turn, intercept 135 bearing from the station using our ADF. And then nav 2 will be 16.7 as well to back us up. And eventually we are going to, if we go back, we'll go to Paya and then Happy, and then but we need the other airway. So the other airway is going to be off SSR. So I need to go to SSR info frequencies 1140. Something Sisters Island. I think is that Sisters Island. 14.4 or correction 14.0 on all sides. 14.0. 2 VORs are set. How's our temps? Our temps are still pegged down there in the cold. Are our cow flaps open? Let's close them up. 1002, 1003, 1004, 1005, 1006, 1007, 1000. Should be close enough to help us warm up the cylinder heads. Okay, so we got 2 VORs tuned in. I will put away the cheat sheet here, and I will just use the charts for taxi and such. So we'll just call it the 27. Actually, we know where we're going, so this is what we got here. We've got our Castle 7. I can make this EFB a little bit bigger too real quick. Let's do that. Let's go settings, horizontal stripes, Fenwick. All right. Where was it go? Flight planner, pilot book, aircraft, flight planner, done. Boom. All right. We're all set up there. We're going to head over to the runway. We'll do a run up, get things warmed up. Magic barrel ref is set. Did the administrator approve the NDB? She did. She did. Vodka, what's up, man? I'm here, not flying, multitasking work, but watching. All right. Well, glad to have you here, man. We got a couple Dukes over there. Let's go ahead and release these brake. Taxi light coming on, and we're just going to kind of position ourselves over towards the runway. Oh, I'm going to have the steer bug. I've got the steer bug. We've got the steering bug. Gosh. See where my nose wheel doesn't do anything? I hate to reboot. Thinking if I unplug and replug my rudder pedals, I don't know how it works. Hold on. Give me a second. Oh. I don't know if that's going to fix it. We'll see.
Time is fuel, fuel is money.
Yeah. Do we restart or just try to differential brake it? Gosh, that's so frustrating. I don't even know if I'll be able to. Oh! Somebody just popped forward.
Okay, traffic, big for M64, we're going to take you down 27, part 09. Okay.
I wonder if we can depart, I think we can depart from the intersection. Oh geez, he spawned right back in. Yeah, well, we checked the plane, but it's definitely... It's some type of Microsoft bug, man. My thing is, I wonder if anything else is going to be bugged, you know? Ah, what the hell. Let's go without it. I don't think we'll have to, we'll stop here, we'll do our run up here. And I think we'll be able to differential brake. Now, it has nothing to do with the tiller, man. It's just a bug. It's just a bug in this sim. Sometimes you have nose wheel steering, sometimes you don't. You gotta remember, these planes aren't officially supported in 2024 yet. But I've also had this bug with default airplanes. There's something funky with their nose wheel steering coding. Anyway, we've got it set up. We're going to be fine without it. Once we get airborne, it won't be an issue. So let's go ahead and do our... It's getting nice and warm in here now, so that's good. We can go ahead and pull those down. We'll push those in a little bit. Let's go ahead and set our cabin altitude pressurization to 270. I wonder if it had something to do with the fact that my Hobbs meter was off. Maybe that, you know? I don't know. I don't know. Alright, 270 is set. Miggs dropping the 5 gifted memberships. Miggs, I appreciate you, my man. Thank you so much for the 5 gifted memberships. Very kind, Miggs. If you pick a membership for Miggs, make sure you shout him out and say thank you. I'm going to go ahead and open the cow flaps all the way up here as they are in the green, and we'll do our run-up. We'll blast off. I've had this bug a couple other times, man. I had it in the default airplanes, and then I think I had it one of the first streams that we did in the Duke. All right, mixtures are set. Let's go run it up. 18 hundo. Cycle the prop. And right side. Left side. And one more on the right.
Traffic 264 to fly runway 09. Okay.
Alright, we got 2 good cycles. Engine air is good. Pressurization air is in the green. Let's go. Left, right, pitos. Load checks. Left, right, check. Left prop heat. Right prop heat. Those all work. 1 cycle de-ice. Pressure's down. Boots are inflated. You can see the ribs out there. Wonderful. 1800. And let's go ahead and kill the wing ice light. We don't need you. Bring you back down. And we are ready to go. I think there's one more dude taking off. Miggs, happy Valentine's Day, everyone. Miggs, I appreciate you, my friend. Thank you so much for the support. Valentine's Day right back at you. I can't see. Did he already take off? I think he did. Cordova traffic. November 357 Bravo Sierra going to depart runway 9er. Cordova. Matty K, thanks for $5 super chat. I'm on a boat show right now. Nice. I'll watch on replay. Just want to let you know.
We're stuck in a crash loop over the runway, so we're just going to disconnect and reload.
Ah, man. All right. We'll see it. Just want to let you know, say Disco Bunch 480. Matty K, my man, appreciate you. Thank you, dude. Thanks for the $5 super chat. I will check that out here. Let's go. Slide them up. What I'm going to try to do is swing a little bit to the right and then a lot to the left. We should have enough runway. I think I just saw a lightning flash over there. Differential brake, differential brake. It's kind of like a short runway. I'll tell you what. Let's go ahead and go flaps approach. Forgot the rest of our flow. Pitch trim is set. We're going to do a high performance takeoff here. All right, we're going to be right turn 135. Let's refresh. Right turn 135. Intercept the bearing from Glacier River to join 085 radial, which is all set up. Here we go.
Traffic, November 254, Delta Kilo, back tracking runway 9.
Turbos are spooled. Set power. Here we go. Airspeed alive. Knots. Nice easy rotation. I'm glad we used flaps on that one. Positive rate, gear up, fly with. Man, it looks like we got out just in time. Definitely some precip. Definitely some precip headed over. All right, right turn. Oh, I should have put up the full screen cam. There you go. Track to 135 outbound. There's 1,000 feet. Let's lower the nose. Bring our power back. Let's come back 39. I'm starting to see some snow. To prop off the governor, 2,900. Trim it out. About 140. All right, let's take a look at our NDB. We are 130 from, so we need to pull the needle to the right. Was it drag the tail? Pull the tail, drag the tail? What is it? Key 6? Pull the tail, drag the nose? I can't remember. Know which direction to turn on NDB. We're getting a little bit of precip right now. We are getting some precip. Clean it up. With the precip, we'll go pitot heats on, fuel vent heats on, prop heats on. Pull the tail, push the head. There we go.
Preliminary traffic to move 254 Delta Kilo. Spotting, correction, airport runway 9, spotting meter cancel 7, departure.
So we're right on the 135 bearing, so we're looking good right now. 135 bearing, tracking to the station. A little bit too fast there. I was trimmed. I did the same thing the last time. I forgot to retract the dang flaps, man. What's going on with that? Let's go ahead and pitch up for 140. You don't want to be climbing out at 160. We'll do 140 here. We got our plane washed off though. We're not getting any ice on the windows, so I don't think there's any reason to run a boots. Looks like our course is alive. Wow, this looks... Nabil? Tell me this is not real life, Chad. Tell me it's not real life. Ooh, we're starting to get a little bit of frosting on the windows. I think we're starting to get some glazing. Yeah, we're getting some glazing on the windows. So let's go ahead and get our anti-Turk switches on. Anti-glaze. We're getting all kinds of ice today coming out. Possible clear ice accumulation. Looks like it's clear. It's starting to clear up. Nothing our turbocharged TIO 540 can't handle. All right, here comes our CDI. We'll begin a left turn to the intercept over to 22.8 for Unicom. Cruise check says we're in the turn here. Everything is still on. Cabin is pressurizing. Heater is on. We are 76 degrees in here, nice and cozy. We are looking good. There we go. Our windows are nicely defrosted now. Wow. it just looks incredible. Glazing, I'm listening. Mickey G, I'm curious, since you just were flying the Dukes, have you ran into that bug where you can't steer on the ground? I wonder if that has something to do with our Hobbs meter. So it was right at 2.4. It's definitely moving. So the Hobbs meter is moving. We'll just have to check. Maybe, you know what? I wonder if when I close my sim, if maybe my sim crashed. I don't remember. I think you have to close your sim properly for it to save. And I think sometimes, or I might have just Alt F4'd. So I might have Alt F4, which might have done something to our Hobbs meter, but it's working now. Wow, look at the colors down there. This is too much, man. This is too much to glaze right here. I'm going to bring some lean in there as we go through 7,000 feet. Mixtures come back just a hair. All right, let's take a look at our chart. So we are intercepting the 085 to Castle. The Castle is, we pretty much passed Castle for right now because the Castle waypoint is defined as the 135 bearing and the 085 radial. We've already passed, we're at the 130 bearing, so we just cut inside of Castle. We're joining the airway now, and we're going to pretty much stick on this airway all the way down until we start picking up 14.4, which I'll throw active. I know we're not going to pick it up. I'm going to put this VOR needle back to VOR 1. Once we get established outbound here, I will then activate a KNS-81 flight plan for us to pick up some waypoints here as we climb out. There's a couple waypoints I'm going to fly to, or at least have some data to turn the sounds down a hair. Get back to the chat. Lucas, thank you so much, man. Appreciate you. Nothing beats that piston growl, man. Hey, Lucas, I agree with you, man. And this is coming from someone that I just absolutely love the PT6. PT6 is life. But the turbocharger, the sounds on this sound set are so realistic. It's ultra realistic sounds. And you hear that turbo spool, the growl on takeoff, just, it's so good, man. Mickey G says, I Alt F4 after every flight, never had any issues. Wait a second. Mickey G, are you on 2020 or 2024? Thanks again, Lucas. Appreciate you. Mix, thanks for the 2 I'm going to tell my grandkids this is real life. It is real life. I don't know why my alert box appears to be muted. Let me click over here. Oh, we get that stutter when I do that. Why is my alert box muted? Or it's just like, I don't know why I can't hear it. What that's all about, man. Oh, wait a second. Oh no, I'm looking at the wrong. Oh, I figured it out. I think I fixed it. I think I fixed the alert box. Now let me get back to flying here real quick. Yeah, we just lost control there. Let me get back on course. That's why you don't. That's why you don't fly in text. That's a conflicting binding switch there. We got our lights off. ANR, all right, it's coming on, Nabil. ANR should be quieted down for you a little bit. Drew Smith dropping the 5 gifted memberships. Drew, thank you so much, man. I appreciate the 5 gifted memberships to the channel. Very kind of you, sir. Blackbird Controls with a $5 super chat. Blackbird Controls, my man. Thank you so much for it. Additional super chat here at V1 Nation says, why does this video only have 109 likes? That's a good point. Get it on, folks. V1, happy V1 day to you and the missus. Hey, right back at you, Blackbird Controls. Very kind of you. Appreciate all the support. Appreciate the hard work on those throttle levers. The best Honeycomb Bravo throttle mods in the market are right there at Blackbird Controls. So if you have a Honeycomb Bravo and you're looking for something to give yourself Valentine's Day, get yourself some Blackbird control levers. Thrustset in the house. What's up, man? Let's see. Are we going the right direction? So we're going east. Should be odd. All right, we're doing right altitude. We're doing the right altitude today, Thrustset. Oh, so Mickey G is flying 2020. That's why. Okay. So I think it's a 2024 bug, Mickey G. Migs, yeah, startup was extra smooth today. It was only 20, it was only 1 C. It was 32 degrees Fahrenheit, so it was much easier to start up today. No issues at all. No issues at all. Go ahead and crack that mixture back just a hair. So you're running 220 in the fuel flow. Temps are looking good. Let's save some performance. Let's close half. 1,000, 2, 1,000, 3, 1,000. We'll close half. I don't think we need the heaters anymore. We'll turn all of our heaters off, save some power on our batteries. Chrono's been reset. We're looking good. I don't think we need the panel lights either. We'll turn the panel lights off. Beacon is straight, and we should be strobing nav. I forgot that. All right. Climb cruise checks are complete. Now I can dial in our course line here. We'll get the autopilot going momentarily. Man, that was just a beautiful weather scenario back there. A little bit of rain, a little bit of ice. Weather radar looks spicy. Yeah, it looks like it's all low level though. So if we can get up, that's why we're going IFR today, which I should have done altitude on. And we did have an auto ATC squawk. I forgot 5202. I get so distracted when something stops working. Like when when I found that the rudder pedals were jacked, I just kind of forgot the rest of our flows. But yeah, 5202 on the squawk. As long as we get it before we pass 18,000 feet, you would be okay. We just departed VFR. Now we would pick up our IFR flight plan right now, and we're going to go through 18,000 feet, which requires an IFR flight plan. And we're going all the way up to 270. 270. Keep running that juice up there right at about 40. Looking good. Man, we're pretty much trimmed out. I'm going to go ahead and get the autopilot on right now, I think. Again, with the Duke, if you hand the autopilot a trimmed airplane, she'll hand you a trimmed airplane. So I'm going to go heading, select, autopilot on. Let's go right into nav mode. So we're on attitude nav. The pitch wheel is level, or is the dot's pretty much in the center, so we got enough. It's going to do a little aggressive capture here. We are pretty far from this VOR, so it might behoove us to do a little bit of a KNS 80 nav. We'll see what happens here. Right now, 193, 188 on the ground speed. Look at this crosswind. Look at this crab angle here. Let's double check that radial. 085. 085 check. So yeah, we got a nice little crosswind. Nice little crosswind. How the sounds? The sounds okay? Is the ANR on? Do we need to be quieter? Behoove of us, water. Behoove of us. All right. Man, I always feel so rushed. Next time, I swear, we're not going to be so rushed on takeoff. We're going to have a properly working rudder pedals, and we're just going to go through normal flows again. All right. What's up, boys? Andy B, good to see you, man. Just back from the Eagles parade. I am a drink. Oh, no. Hide the like polls from Andy B. Just noticed the thumbnail. Did Barry squawk 7,500? Nah, Barry was intercepted on the last one. We had some intercept. The last stream was just wild. We did some sightseeing. There's 18,000 feet set standard, 292. The last stream was just so wild, man. We were intercepted by F-22s. We had a Concorde fly over. We had a group flight. We had E-190 DEA. I did also. Here's fun. We might fly the Piaggio tomorrow. Not on a Tour de Americas, but I might just do. I bought the Piaggio, and I bought it for 2020, so it could sync up with 2024. I haven't seen if it's in the marketplace yet, but I heard that it works if you have it in 2020. So I picked it up for 2020 because I really want to take a look at that Proline 21 and the like. So should be good. It should be a fun little airplane. The thing is pretty fast. I think it's one of the fastest turboprops out there, according to some of y'all in the chat. Darth, I sure did. How are you going that high on a non-turbo with no pressurization? We are pressurized. This is not your grandmother's Piston. This is a high performance twin. TIO 540s. It's actually faster than a turbine Duke. We are pressurizing. We're going to have a cabin altitude of about 11,500 feet today. It's also 74 degrees in the cabin with our heater, so that's nice. It's just one hell of an airplane. What we will have to do, though, as we start to get up here, we're going to keep running that manifold up. Okay, so now my power levers are all the way forward, so that's all I've got in the manifold. Now remember, supercharger critical altitude changes with the day, with the environment. It's not always going to be the same, and then though the book number I think is 24, depending on the environmentals, it could be lower or higher. So right now, we are looking good. I think at a 24, we got to go fuel boost on. Do we have to go fuel boost on? I'm going to double check the manual. Everything else looks good. Temps look good. This is going to be one of the higher cruise altitudes we've gone, though, so we're going to double check. I'm going to lower the pitch here just a hair. Pitch sink down a little bit. Don't want to get too slow. 74 degrees in the sleepy zone. I know. That's where I want to be. That's where I want to be. You guys have control. Zippy says, oh, you can climb, but yeah, you can go past 10K with your superchargers, man. Let's see, run up, landing. I wanted to see if I had. So that's a run up. I thought I had some like high altitude stuff. That might have been. I might be thinking of a different airplane. I know the Lear, Citation, a couple corporate jets I've flown. We've had, you know, the above 40 checks. I don't think there's any additional things I need to do here as we get up through 24. The piston can go higher than the turbine. I think, does it go higher? I thought they were both the same. I thought they were both 30,000 feet. Transition, cruise. 35.5 max on the manifold. There we go. En route, that's our en route climb. We're 35.5. Props need to come back to 2750 here as we get up to 24. So let's go ahead and bring them up. We're 25. We're actually right at just a hair. Let's come back 50 RPM. 2750 here for en route climb. Lower the nose a hair. All right, we're at 24,000 feet. Lean it just a tad. Keep leaning it here. We're going to lean for peak as we get up. Looking at our charts, we have charts for 25,000 and 30,000, so it's going to have to be somewhere in the middle. We're going to eventually true out between 262 and 243. It just depends, because we got to interpolate here. 25,000 feet, we should be around 133 fuel flow if we were cruise 75%. So we're not going to do that. We're going to keep going. Oh, turbine's capped at 28? It's got to be for, I wonder if that is for the I can't remember. Wingnut explained it. They do those turbine conversions. Same with the, there goes zoom my range out. VNE speed. A little bit of attenuation there. Already down to 34. Yep, we're already down to 34. So we've reached our turbocharger critical altitude. So now we are pretty much acting like a regular piston. Although it would be if we were a regular piston at sea level at about 24,000 feet. That's now it's just raw power. It's like it sets a new floor. I'm going to keep lowering that nose. I want to keep that speed up there, just on the tip of that white arc. Seems to be the sweet spot. If someone impressed me, the altitude the piston props can achieve. I heard from a Mark Felton video with a few modified aircraft get that 50K or so. Oh yeah, I mean the P-51, man. Well, technically it's, I don't know if you classify that as a piston engine. I mean it is. It's not a turbo prop, but man, some of the World War II fighters can do some crazy performance. All right, there we go. JM. Uh-oh, I missed your super chat, man. Appreciate the $5 super chat, though. All right. P-47. Oh, yeah, dude. Isn't the best rate like 126? Best rate You mean like VY or VX, perhaps? But I found out that I like climbing out at about 130. 130, between 130 and 135 is the sweet spot. I feel like get up to altitude just fine, 800 to 1,000 feet per minute. I'm not screaming up. Doesn't take forever to get your speed back up, too. That's the other thing. If you climb up at VX all the way, then you're going to take a minute to speed up when you get there. Yeah, we climbed all the way up to 27,000 feet at 800 feet a minute. It's awesome. Mock Speed Eagle, thanks for the 119 knock, man. Appreciate you. Thanks for your inspiring and humorous way of teaching us simulator enthusiasts how flying different birds is done in real life. Can't wait until 24 becomes stable in VR. Oh, yeah, man. Thanks for the super chat, man. Really appreciate that. Yeah, I can't imagine flying the sim in VR. It's going to be insane for you VR enthusiasts. Did anybody check the weather at our destination? Did anybody check the weather at our destination? I'm a little bit concerned. Man, those clouds look so good down there. All right, we're leveling 27,000 feet. We'll let the speed build up here. I'm going to close the cylinder head temps as I read the super chat from Mix. Thank you, man. 10 Canadian. Now I hope everything goes smooth, but if something does break or wear out, what do you think would be the first thing to go from what we've seen and experienced with extreme cold? Any concerns? I don't, you know, considering we started with a brand new airplane, there's nothing that I would think is like, extremely dangerous. You know, we've been really nice to our engines. We haven't been torquing, over-temping them. I don't know, to be honest with you. I would figure maybe some sort of electrical issue would be my guess. Something small, some type of light burnout or something, because that would be my guess. I really don't think there's anything that we have to be concerned about. I mean, because you got to remember, we started this tour with a brand new airframe, so essentially, you could fly this thing for a really long time before anything happens. So we're doing realistic as we can here. Thanks, Zippy. He's got the weather. Right now, it's 140 at 15, gust 2-3, 10 miles and few. All right, cool. All right. Let's go ahead and set... we've got our cow flaps closed. Let me take my chart out again. My first failure in the Duke was the main gyro. Ooh, you could have a gyro failure is one of the maybe more common-ish, perhaps. I'd say lights, types of light bulbs, yeah, gyro failure is pretty rare, I would imagine, I would think, actually, right? Gyro should be pretty stable unless you tumble it or something. All right, looking at my chart here, 75% what we're looking for, 34 inches, which we can't accomplish because we're already above that, so we're maxed out about 31 inches of manifold. At 30, it should be 27, so that would make sense. If we climbed up another 3,000 feet, we'd lose another 4 inches or so of manifold, so we'll keep it as it is right now. Looking at props, 27, I'm going to run 26 for wear, so we're just going to come back a hair. Let's come back just a tad, just for a noise. If I sync them up here. As long as we're in the green. Come on, baby. I'm trying to sync the props here. Close enough. All right, and fuel flows. Let's monitor our... Yeah, bad reflection there. There we go. All right, we're going to watch our ITTs here. Got to be real careful up here at these higher altitudes. 75% of power line, we just hit that. ITT peak at peaked at 1550. 1525 is where we like to placard it. That's what we're going to do. We'll go just under 1525. Call it 1520 aside. That puts our fuel flow right at the 75% power line. All right. Now the last thing we got to do is get our tasks situated. So we're kind of oscillating on our CDI. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to select heading mode here. Heading mode selected. Let's set up our task. Outside air temp right now is cold AF. It's minus 40, 10, or 1, 2, or 2, 4. Minus 44 C. So we're going to set minus 44. So there's 40. It's going to be between these two. We got to spin this all the way around. Oh, you had it on 4x failures? Yeah, so we voted, everyone collectively voted for 2x failures. So if you think about it, you know, if something fails in 5,000 hours, at 2x, that's what, 2,500 hours? So still unlikely. Because we don't want a bunch of failures on this. We want to try to do this as realistic as possible. Taking an airplane all the way down to Argentina, man. Be freaking wild. All right. I missed it, didn't I? Yeah, I missed it. I spun past it. We are at 27, so there's minus 40 at 28. We're going to be right there. 27 at minus 40. It's actually a little bit colder, so right about there. We're tassing out at just under 275, 274. What does the chart say? That would check out. At 25,000 feet, we would tass out at 262. At 30,000 feet, we actually lose a little bit at 243. So we're still, that's pretty good. 270, 270-ish there is looking good. Fuel flow is about 133, which that checks at 75%, 34 inches. Well, I'm actually running, yeah, 31 inches, so we're looking good. We're right on schedule. Now we need to start looking at our flight plan. Oh, that's beautiful. Wow, it is. Good thing I turned my T-Bot up because we got nothing to look at. Kind of it. Wow, those clouds look beautiful, though. Alright, so I need to hide this. And not that. We need to use the Navigraph. I think I have it on this screen. Give me a second. Paul, you just watched American Made? Nice, dude. Nice. Let me set up our screen here. Now you can see it, but I can't, which is unfortunate. Alright, so we are going to add some waypoints here with our world low shots. We are tracking this airway outbound. For situational purposes, where are we? We are from Nav1. We're 129 miles. We're 130 miles from the VOR. So if I... Actually, we need 13.3. We need to pick up the Yakut. 13.3. Bingo. I missed one VOR. I missed a VOR. So let's go right here. 13.3. I was going to say, that looked like a really long airway. 13.3, we'll switch you up to active. And we'll go direct to, we're only 85 from. So I've got you active, 13.3, we're tracking. Nav 1, nav engaged. Alright. Now we can do some more planning. Easy there. Easy there. 323 knots over the ground, though. That's nice. All right. Let the autopilot stabilize. So after Yakut VOR, Yakutia, we need to identify two fixes. So I'm going to make the line at Senta. We'll make one waypoint at Senta. So we're going to call that the 121 at 40. So if I look at my KNS 81, we are going to dial in the VOR of 13.3. We're going to use waypoint 1. We're going to use frequency 13.3. We're going to data page over to the radial. And we're going to select the 121 radial. I can't quite tell. 121. I guess theoretically it's the 118. Oh yeah, hold on. It should be off of oh, dang it. Delete that. I need to move you. It's the 119 according to the chart, so the 119 radial. 119 radial, data over, and the distance to Centa, a planet, is going to be 40 nautical miles. It's 40. All right, so we will use that. All right, we'll scroll to waypoint 2. The next waypoint we're going to make is going to be Happet, which this one we're actually going to use. If we could use the same VOR, we may not be able to use the same VOR. We're going to use a different VOR to identify Happet. It's going to be the sisters. Oh, I don't know if we'll be able to get there. You see what I'm saying? If I use the Sisters Island VOR to make Happet, I don't know if, like, when we're over here, if we're going to pick up Sisters Island. So we might have to just do it off of this. We should if we're high enough. Let's try it off Sisters Island. Sisters Island is going to be the 14-0, and it's going to be the 252. So 14-0 at 252. That didn't make sense. Data over, 14-0. Data over. Radials go out only, so it's got to be 252. Data over. And a straight shot segment is, doesn't tell me, 32 miles, 28. It's 28 between there. So math, 32 and 12 is 44, plus 28 is 64, plus 8, 74, 72. 72 miles. I have to double check the math on that. Alright, we'll use that. So that should be our second RNAV waypoint. We'll scroll you back to waypoint 1. We're going to use that. Right now we'll get rid of the Sky Vecta. Howdy from work, Steve. What's going on, man? Would you accept an offer to fly for the CIA? You offering? You asking right now? I'm going to put Sisters Island in that too. I know we're not going to pick it up for a little while, but wow. Extensive cloud development out there. Let's get you set up. Let's get our jazz on, so chill the vibe. Go back here. Yes. All right. Am I understanding this correctly? The KNS that you have on the Duke right now basically uses triangulation of VORs to create waypoints for RNAV. John, that is a very good way of explaining it, yes. So in order for the KNS to work, you must have an active VOR signal. And you're absolutely right. It's the system triangulates the signal and allows you to track to a waypoint off of that signal. Migs, thanks for a $5 super chat. Take a look at those clouds again. I'm not going to say it, Migs. I'm not going to say it. But I want to. I'm not going to say it, Migs. I like this view right here. That's 310 pilot view. Represent. Any 310 pilot viewers out there back in the day? Can the autopilot this thing track VOR2? Manual steer on VOR2. So the autopilot will only track the current configuration. The autopilot can track the NAV1 HSI, or it can track the RNAV KNS80. So if I was using NAV2 for something, that's why I kind of use NAV2 for just identification stuff. If I was, let's say my HSI failed, then I had to use my NAV2 OBS down here, I'd have to manually fly in heading mode. So it will not couple. So you can still fly an ILS off of this, but you can't couple. Why did it get cold in here? Did our heater fail? Why is it so cold in here? Pressurization air, manual heat, auto heat, crank the temp. Alright, so we just had a to from flip of the 14-0. When was that? Was the... Oh no, we just passed over... We just passed over Yakut? No. Why don't F2 just do that? Oh, we just started picking it up. Already? No, we just started receiving NAV2. Check it out. So I can see the arrow in front of me. So if I center it up with the arrow to the station, it's way out there. Tap on the glass. I love that feature. Look at this. Look at this. Tap on the glass. Make sure it's not sticking. So Sisters Island is approximate. It's out there, but not really. It's far out. Take a look at our NAV2, 195 miles. Yeah, that's a ways out. So we're looking good right now. We're tracking the 13-3 Yakuta. After Yakuta, we're going to RNAV it outbound. We got another 39 miles to go. High pressure system, flat cloud tops. I know, right, Johan? Grab your jackets. Make sure the temp comes back. It's coming back up. It's trying. Hopefully we don't have a leak. Pressurization air is full on. Cabin is level. Might go manual heat here. It's just really cold, man. Minus 44. It's trying to warm us up. One feature the Comanche doesn't have. See? See, Luke? I'm gonna convert you to a Duke lover here one of these days. Gonna have to cop the playlist for my own work playlist. Nice, Steven. The heater in the Comanche sucks. It's probably a Janet. What is they called? It's not a Janitrol. Well, so what happens in the Duke? You can use the pressurization air to heat, which is way more powerful. Do you need to pull the lever for cabin air to turn on? No. No. So they're pulled on. Pressurization air is full out. All right. This here, pressurization, this would close the valve for the pressurization air. So say you had an engine failure, or you had some type of engine damage and you wanted to stop getting the fumes in the cabin, you pull those levers there. This is ram air for the pilot. And this would be is the ram air for the cabin. Yeah, that might be ram air for the cabin. But it's plenty cold. We need all the heat we can get. Janitrol heater? I think it does. I think the Comanche does. have a Janitral heater. I heard one of my buddies on the radio on a 310 pilot video. Did you really? Nice. There you go, Luke. See, look at what Zach said. A Comanche lover, he swore by it, then he bought the Dukes, and he's a full convert. Haven't flown the Comanche since. Let that sink in, Luke. Come on, man. You know you want to buy the Duke, Luke. You know it. Does the Duke have more audio signal? Maybe use it to identify this nav too. Does the Duke have a Morse audio? Yeah. Yeah, you can identify tune ID. That would be a proper pilot thing to do. So for 14.2 pool ident, nav 2 is on. Volume, turn it up maybe. Let's try nav 1. Well, it should. It's kind of sus. So when I click this, it basically turns the nav2 radio switch on, which would do the same thing, essentially. I wonder if it's a sim limitation. I can't tell you the last time I listened to Morse code. That's crazy. But yeah, especially in this type of nav setup, you would want to be identifying the station to make sure it was the proper Morse code. Absolutely. In the Airbus, when you see the 3-letter identifier, that suffices, or any FMS aircraft that has a 3-letter identifier for your navigation fix, that is considered identified. So that's why you don't have to tune ID. I remember the first time, so when I was flying freight, turboprops, we always did that, right? Always tune ID. Well, after I got hired by my first regional carrier and I was training on the E-Jet, I was in the sim. And I was like, oh, I got to identify. We're doing, I think, Cat 2 approaches in the sim or something, practice. And I was like, well, I'm going to tune ID. And the sim instructor looked at me like I had 3 heads. He's like, what are you doing? I was like, what? Just got to identify that it's the right localizer. He's like, nah. No, Jack. If it says it in the box or on the glass, you see the 3 identifier, or the IKJL or whatever the freak is, that is considered identified. You don't have to do that. Ah, okay. So then I tuned into the ATIS frequency, and he's like, what the hell are you doing? I'm like, getting the ATIS. No, Jack. This is how we get the ATIS in an airliner. And I do the PDC, or not PDC, whatever the ACARS is. I was like, huh. And then my mind blew up even further when he's like, yeah, you don't even. So I was like, okay. So for the next approach, I was like, I'm going to go ahead and I'll put the identifier in, right? So we're setting up for the localizer in Indianapolis. IJKL or whatever. I don't know what the thing is. So I type it out and I put it in the ID box. And he's like, what the hell are you doing, man? I'm like, well, I was putting the identifier in there. So he's like, you don't have to do that. I'm like, what? Yeah, it'll auto ID. Like, it'll auto tune. It'll auto tunes, auto IDs, and selects the appropriate nav source as long as you have it in the box. I'm like, oh, well, this is boring as hell. So, yeah, airliner flying makes you lazy. Duke and Luke even rhyme. It's meant to be, Steven. This GoPro view looks like so much like real life. V1 says sus and keeps talking to someone called Chat. He's the zoomerest boomer I know. You think Barry deserved the ending he got? Well, whether he deserved it or not, he got it. I would have liked to seen a different ending, but that's why you don't trust the government with anything. All right, we just hit our VOR. We need to flip over. we need to turn to about 118. So let's go ahead and do our RNAV track. So I'm going to go ahead and we're heading it up. We're going to go RNAV, RNAV, and then let's nav it up. And we're going to RNAV over here. So we're 35 miles from the waypoint that we created. We'll spin our heading bug around. So we're going to that first waypoint. This song's gonna put me to sleep. What are we listening to here? Alright, set our heading bug back over here. So if we look, here, we just passed the Yakut. We're going to go to waypoint number 1, which we identified as Senta. After Senta, waypoint 2 is Hapit. What I'm going to do to back myself up for Hapit is I'm going to put this in the nav2 in VOR mode. So the nav2 is going to be the 14.0 and the 252 radial. So we'll kill that out. We'll go 252 radial down here. Spin you all the way around. 252. So when this is synced up, well, actually, we're going to be tracking it inbound, right? So let's take the opposite of 252. So +2, -2, the 072 radial, because we always want to be flying to the state, or we want to have it. We don't want to set ourselves up for reverse sensing, I should say. So 072. There we go. When this is centered up, then we know we're at Hapit. Or we can go to RNAV2. We are getting kind of far from that first waypoint. 143 miles, though, so the airplane is going to be getting a little wobbly, perhaps. Let's pull out our tray table, though, and enjoy some Valentine's Day wine. Some dipped strawberry chocolates. I know, it needs sunglass mode. Well, I can put the sunshades down, Luke, if you wanted. We have sunshades if you want, Luke, in the Duke. What does this do? Does it open a door? I don't want to open it on accident. Is this a click spot for the door? I'm not sure what that does. Or is that a drape? Should I click it? What does this do? Anybody know what this does? I feel like there's a handle there. I don't want to click it. I don't want to open the door. I bet V1's check in was like, "What? Who's chatting? Why?" He kept asking if this is real life or not. Bearded Aviator says, "I really must purchase the Duke now. You made it very appealing to me." Bearded Aviator, I can say without a doubt, despite the little hiccups and bugs that I get sometimes in 2024, with it 2020 it's flawless. 2024 it's not officially supported, but even with the little bugs every now and then I get, to me it is the best piston simulation, best prop simulation out there, man. And I just love it. I just have so much fun. I could fly this 5 days in a row and you guys would just never watch the channel again, but there's just so much to do. There's so much to do. Whoa, what's up there? Who's conning in front of us? Is that a Lear? Have we been intercepted by the DEA again? Oh, this guy's going to form in. If this guy forms in, this will look sweet. Can I get a Coors back here? You got it, Fred. Coming right up, my friend. Uh-oh, I just minimized my sim. Where'd my sim go? Water, where's that soundboard I had? Or that you had? I gotta set that up. The Federales.
Follow us to New Orleans.
land immediate identification zone. Violation of the
Enforcement Administration. This is the United States Drug Enforcement Administration.
You are in violation of the air defense identification zone. We are ordering you to land immediately. Follow us to New Orleans, NAS.
All right, boys. It'll be a long night. Go back
That
out
is
to
a
sea,
Lear.
105 knots. That flaps
I
down.
repeat, we are ordering you to land
The
immediately.
DEA was using these fancy new jets that we couldn't outrun.
Follow us to New Orleans, NAS.
But all that speed comes at a heavy price.
I repeat,
They could go fast,
NAS.
but we could go slow. For a long time.
Long time. Best freaking movie ever, man. Man, that guy's gonna have a heck of a time forming in on us in a Learjet. I tell you that right now. If that's really a Lear, what are we doing? 200 something knots true with 27. That is gonna be tight. We're 6.4 from our waypoint though. We're cooking pretty good here. Highball09, thank you, man, for the £5 donation, dude. Very, very kind. Appreciate you, sir. This is really making me smile. Hey, man, these streams make me smile from ear to ear the whole way, man. I'm always vibing on these streams. Look at that. We got a Learjet in formation. That can't be an actual Lear. If it's an actual Lear, then it's...
Boys doing out here, huh?
Are you really in a Lear?
That is right.
How's that flying at 200 knots?
Y'all are going fast enough.
Should we slow it down? Let's slow it down. He's gonna have to get real slow. Let's pull it back 27. Let's see if we can outslow him. Nope, we just passed RNAV 1. Let's go waypoint 2. Use. Got it. RNAV 2 is locked in. Where's that Lear at? He's stalling out yet? Gotta turn our transponder off. We're gonna slow it down. Ditch the feds, Steven. We're gonna hang it on the props here. 57 miles out from waypoint 2. Track looks good. I'm gonna maintain heading mode so the autopilot doesn't turn me and stall me. Oh, I think he's struggling. Let's see how slow we can get it. Try not to shock cool it. I know. This is how we damage our engines here. He must be super light. Either that or he's not in the fly somewhere, Lear 35. I don't know if you could fly that Lear at 149. I mean, he'd be pushing it. If the Lear is showing contrails, shouldn't I have cons? No. I don't know. Is it hot enough? It's not a jet. It's not a turbo. I mean, a turboprop, I would say yes. But our EGTs are only, what is our EGT? Right now we're doing 1,000. I don't know. I don't know, Thrust said. So we're back to doing my shakers. My stick is actually getting real... we lost them. Where'd you go, fancy fed boy? I think we lost him. I'll tell you what we'll do. Let's drop it down into the soup. Let's select about 17 thou. We're RNAVing. Let's pitch it down. I think it was too slow for him. EGT shouldn't matter. Outside air temp and exhaust moisture. But if it's not, I don't know. I don't know, Thrust said. I don't know if I buy that, because it's not the same. I don't know. Oh, look, there he is. I don't know if a Piston can contrail. I really don't know. We'll lose him in the clouds. This looks amazing. B-17s of World War II. That's true. So I guess they would. Yeah, you are right. The B-17's conned. I just didn't think but that's a big radial, right? P-51's contrailed, though. I think it would have to do with the... I don't know. I don't know. You have to say, I'm hurting my brain trying to think about it. Steven, pull out your Thermo 2 textbook and figure it out. What a piston... What makes... Well, we know contrail is the jet exhaust, right? Which is the fuel-air mixture that's been combusted and expelled. So... I don't know. I don't know. All World War II aircraft left contrails. Yeah? I mean, I guess like Peter's saying, I guess if the conditions are right, I think they would. I think 100% it would if the conditions are set up. Oh, look, there he is. Diving it down, baby. Got to get into the soup here. Ooh, now it's getting hot in here. Pressurization is... Oh, speaking of pressurization, we gotta lower you. We're gonna drop it down to what, 17? Plus, I kind of just want to cloud surf. Contrail is exhaust moisture condensing into a cloud. Yeah. I mean, I'm sure this isn't a well, he's not contrailing anymore. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. Dylan, take it easy, my man. The exhausts are pretty small. Right here, you can see him shaking. Look at the exhaust. Hey, does your Comanche exhaust vibrate, Luke? Because my exhaust vibrates and heats accordingly. Wow, I mean, we're about to overspeed. We're going to lose this Fed. Is he still back there? Oh, he's right on us. Watch this. We're going to lose this Fed here one way or another. We may have shock cooled. We're going to find out if shock cooling is a thing or not. Oh, we're starting to get some turbulence, so we got to be careful. We don't overstress. Lucas, thanks for the 10 hey ice. In short, all hydrocarbons contain hydrogen, avgas, and jet fuel produced on combustion. The water content of the exhaust rapidly cools down and condensates. Thank you, Lucas. Appreciate 10 hey ice, man. Oh man, we got to get out of. We got to. We're getting waked. I think we're actually getting. Look, we are in wake He's wake turbulence us. We got a cabin altitude alarm too. Hold on, we're gonna hide. We're gonna hide down here. We'll be good. Stabilize. Get our pitches set. Down to 11. Get our heats on. We'll be flying in the heat, in the ice. Andre, make a dinner for the girlfriend with the Duke love in the background. Happy Valentine's Day, y'all. Happy Valentine's Day, Andre. Appreciate you, man. Happy Valentine's Day. Right back to you. Hope you have a wonderful evening with your girlfriend and Duke juice in the background, man. All right, here we go. Let's re-engage. Trim it out. Get some IMC practice here today. We'll go ahead and go autopilot on. Heading. Attitude. Down. Not climb. Not climb. That's right. We'll slow it down. Heading attitude. All right. Now we're hiding. Now we're hiding. Come get me now. 12.3 for 11. We got to get this cabin altitude under control. Cabin's coming down rapidly. Get our power back up there. Man, it is bumpy in the clouds, though. 20 miles from waypoint 2. We'll be conservative on the power. Let's set 25 inches, 2650 on the props. Tell you what, we'll just level 12th thou right here. Magic Barrel ref update. Let it stabilize, but it's bumpy. Oh, and we're in the ice. Uh-oh. Hiding from the feds in the ice. This would be good RNAV practice, though. Look, our windows are all busted up. All right, cabin altitude is recovered. Still coming down. We're looking good. What do you do if you're on short flying, too busy with other planes, and you don't want to step anyone but need a landing clearance in real life? Don't put yourself in that situation. It's happened. You got to have a clearance to land. If you don't get one, you got to go around, man. Simple as that. Need a clearance to land, my friend. All right, check our RNAV. 16.8. Man, this flight has flown by. No pun intended here. Bumpy. But after we hit our waypoint, we need to make a left turn inbound towards Sister Island, direct, pretty much. It is bumpy down here at 12,000 feet. We lost him, though. Look how bumpy it is down here. Hey, we have a friendly on our 6. That's pretty funny. What is he flying, I wonder? Yeah, escort. Outside air temp right now. Yeah, oh yeah, we're right in the prime icing condition. Minus 12, minus 20, minus 18. So that's 10, that's 20, minus 18. Definitely pick it up. Man, it is bumpy though. I was hoping to see if we get any more ice on the edge, on the leading edge at all. I'm just 40 miles to the right of you in a Cathay 748 heading to Anchorage. Nice, Wick. Is that a Spitfire? What airplane are you in?
Spitfire.
Ah, it looked like one. That's cool. Yeah, it is a Spitfire. Gosh, it's bumpy. Maybe we should get down below these clouds here. 10 miles. So you could see we're 10 miles. And our second nav is syncing up. That's good. That's good. There goes the Learjet again. 9 miles. We're going to be turning inbound at 072. At 14-0 on Sisters Island. Beautiful. What is shock cooling? Shock cooling is... Well, have the sim sounds been off for you the whole time? Huh. Shock cooling is what happens when you're running your engine real hot up at cruise power settings, and then all of a sudden you bring it to idle and you thermo nuke your engine. You basically shock cool it. You cool it way too rapidly. So there's a method that you use by reducing manifold pressure slowly to help minimize the rate at which the engine is cooling. We're gonna have to drop down. See if we can get below these. Get below this because it's too bumpy up here. Let's set. I think Anchorage is close to sea level, right? Or excuse me, Juneau. Set sea level, and we'll start down. Let's see if we get below some of this, and we can proceed in VFR. We gotta get out of this chop though. It's making me sick. Nose it over. There you go. Steven's our resident engineer. Alright, down we go. Come back 2 inches. We are 4 miles from our waypoint. So since we're in heading mode right now, we could theoretically flip it over. So we'll consider us approaching our waypoint. I'm going to go back to N1 nav. Let's go Sisters Island, VOR up. Let's proceed direct to Sisters Island, VOR. Now there is some terrain down there. We're going to kind of see if we can't get below it here. Or below these clouds and ID that terrain. The difference between a VOR and NDB, an NDB is omniscient signal. There is no specific radial that you can identify your track on. You can identify and track a bearing from an NDB, but you cannot track a specific... you can track a specific bearing, but a VOR allows you to track specific radials. It's more accurate. There's not many NDBs left. We actually used one. Wait, 14-0? We just had a 2 from flip? How's that possible? Oh, that's still an RNAV. V-Loc. Ooh, that was almost a big mistake. That was almost a big mistake. We need to go... You see what I did? I left it in RNAV. I flipped over our waypoint. So we just passed the waypoint. We're going inbound now. I'm going to just set a direct to the VOR. Your sim crashed again? That's not good, man. You running third-party airports? What's going on with that? Does the Duke? Yeah, the Duke will get iced up. I've got all the icing on right now. It will also accumulate airframe icing. We've seen it. 10-6 for 5. Let me check our world VFR charts here. Yeah, we're okay at 5,000 feet. The off-route obstruction altitude is 4,300 feet for our sector, so we are good to descend down to 5,000 here. We are looking good. fuselage icing bad in any way? Yeah, but fuselage icing is kind of what I say. It doesn't really. It's not really a thing. I mean, it is a thing, but it's aerodynamically it doesn't really happen. Now the cargo pods on Beach 99s, those suckers would ice up. That would suck. But you're going to typically get icing over the lift surfaces, such as the wings, the tail, the propellers, even, because those are airfoils, so those will tend to ice up. Man, this has been a good practice in hard IMC, though. We've been IMC. I'm going to put this in my logbook. IMC all day. Hobbs meter is working. We're up to 3.5. So we'll keep an eye on it for the next stream. Thrustset bought some Blackbird controls. Ooh, what'd you get, Thrustset? Speed brake lever? But I'm sure you've been asked this a million times. Are you excited for the 350? Almost like too much automation for me. Daniel, I am very excited for the 350 because I think it'll be fun to have a 350 in the sim. But I agree with you, man. It's a whole lot of automation. It's a, what's the latest? So, Steven, what's the, if you call me a Zoomer Boomer, what are the young kids called these days? If you're whatever the present generation is, you're like a young teen, and the oldest airplane you know is a 777, you're probably super stoked to fly the 350, Gen Z. So if you're I'd say if you're less than 25 years old, you're probably super excited to turn the autopilot on at 200 feet and listen to some EDM or something and cruise for 15 hours and then do an auto land. I'm excited because I want to understand the 350 a little bit more, comparing it to the narrow body Airbus of which I fly. And I also think it's a really cool airplane to have in the sim because I don't have to fly it long haul, right? So I can do short flights in the 350 because it's simulator world. But still saying that, I don't think you're going to have more fun. At least, I won't have any more fun flying an airliner than I do flying the Duke, man. Flying the Duke is the most fun that you can have for me in the sim. Duke, King Air, props, low and slow. Like, this is more fun for me, but it's not that the 350 or airliner flying is not fun. It's just, if I have to pick, this is what I like doing. And I think also some of that stems from the fact that I fly the Airbus in real life, right? So like I'm used to the automation. When I fly at home, I want to do something different. I think that absolutely has something to do with it, you know, because if you're a young teen, you want to sim what you experience when you go fly to see your grandma or grandpa or wherever it is you're going to go fly to, right? So when you're sitting on the window seat of a 737, that is your only experience in aviation, and you love it, you're going to want to recreate that, right? So it's totally understandable. Max Rank dropping the 10 gifted subs, my man Max Rank. Thank you so much for the support. I've graduated from ramper school now, and I'm a full-blown Duke driver, Max. Appreciate the support. Hope things are well up where you are. It's probably pretty dang cold up there, isn't it? I know they are doing some ice prep for our roads when I was driving into the office today. 22 years old here, and I sim, and I love to fly NDP and VOR approaches. Kiko, well, you're a rare breed, my friend. Rare breed. I love the Learjet and Duke, and I'm under 20. Good. Well, that's probably why you're at this channel. I think it's safe to say anybody watching the stream right now, we're probably semi-like-minded a little bit, right? Probably more so than not. Because if you didn't like this type of stuff, you probably wouldn't watch this stream. That's why these streams tend to have less viewers, is because I think you really got to be a hardcore aviation enthusiast, not just a tube liner enthusiast. You got to be a hardcore aviation enthusiast to enjoy this kind of flying here. Tuning NDBs, tuning VORs, using the KNS 80 nav, flying through the snow and ice. All right, we're nav, attitude. We should get into alt cap here momentarily. Bumpy ride all the way down to Juneau today. I guess it has to do with the winds. There's our altitude hold, altitude cap, 5,200 feet. Let's run that power back up. Let's give ourselves about 28 or so inches. 49 miles from Sisters Island. From there, let's take a look and see if we have any approaches. Well, I'm sure we have approaches for Juneau, right? Let's go back, let's go back, let's go here. PAJN. Charts. LDA X-ray. Now we're cooking with gas. Ooh, let's lock this in. Let's tune it in and join. It looks like we can join it. Okay, let's set this up real quick here. Let's put you in heading mode so you don't turn on me when I don't want you to. We're gonna load up the localizer 1099. 1099. Put you in nav 1, final approach course 071 degrees. We're pretty much right on it already. 0908 07 what? Pretty much on it. 071. All right, we'll come left a little bit. We need to track. Can we take a feeder from Sister? Let's take the 027 from Sister. So I'm going to spin nav 2 to 027. That's 030, 025, 027. All right. So with that, I'm actually going to come right a little bit. Let's stay on our 090 heading. Or actually, we could even join sooner. Nah, we'll take this. This is not a flyable airway. There's no altitude, but I'm going to use it anyway. Which brings me into Barlow, which is the final approach fix, ironically. So we're going to make a feeder route here. Actually, these are flyable. 007 to Linz. Have we passed that? We could do... Which radial are we on right now? Let's see. So right now, we are on the 07. To the station. So we need to come this way. No procedure turn, 006. We're going to set you up. So I'm setting up a procedure turn. 006. Outbound. And I'm going to make a little bit of an intercept heading here. Like so. Alright, so I have us set up on a 070 heading. We're going to join the 006 radial outbound. That's going to take us to Linz. Linz is a minimum of 5,600 feet. We're already below that, so we got to be careful of that. Final approach, LDA is going to take us in. We'll land on 7. Let's take a look at the weather. Info, weather, VFR, runways. We want to land on 8. So we'll go straight in with 8. Landing on runway 8 in PAJN. All right, let's go back to our chart. LDA X-ray is loaded up. We're going to join that sucker. Is that right? 006. It must be, right? Because that's a 167. 347 would be right about here. So we should be right. We are correct. All right. I think we're set up. Uh-oh, the administrator's in the chat. What's going on? Miss V1, happy Valentine's Day. Yeah, happy Valentine's Day. Everybody say happy Valentine's Day to the administrator. Miss V1 is in the chat. Alan, it's my favorite too, my man. I think it's part of a generational as well as like you were saying earlier. It's why I love the streams that most reminds me of me simming in the 90s and early 200s, or early 2000s. Yeah, Flight Sim School, I agree with you, man. Max says, I'm flying long-haul Lufthansa cargo. Ooh. 15 hours, 4 hours to track. No, thank you, Max. I'll sit here in my Duke, make up my own approaches, jazz it out. Nav 2 VOR, we're going straight to How far are we? 35 miles from Sisters Island. I think this is right. I think we're right. I think we're okay here. Why isn't Mr. V1 taking you out for dinner right now? Because we have a little thing called children's. I guess we could all go out. How much did the XTX cost? $800. Need to make BS deliveries to pay for said dinner, Steven. Exactly. Wow, this is pretty coming in here. Juice it up a little bit there. Let's go 29 inches. Fuel flows look good. We know at this altitude from experience we should be at about 1525 on the EGTs. Getting a little bit toasty in here. Nabil is correct. Kids are the result of Valentine's Day. You are absolutely right, my man. Now, I should be able to... Where is Sisters Island? Can't ID it? Let's see what the direct to is. Direct to would be about 070, which is what we're flying. So if I come left to 060, make it 050 northeast. This is going to drift off. Love the glass when the sun shines on it like that. It looks so good. So technically, we could try to join earlier. 168 would be the, what, 348? The 348 outbound, which would be the 168 inbound. So technically... Isn't that Juneau right in front of us? I've never been to Juneau before. I tell you what do the arrivals say? Probably interesting. No options. Any Lido options? No. Okay, that's weird. At least we're headed the right direction now. Actually, let's use our RNAV. Screw this. Why are we trying to guess? Let's get more efficient. We have RNAV. So what we're going to do is we're going to RNAV ourselves to Linz. Linz is identified as the 007 at 12.4. So let's make it waypoint 3. So we're going to data over to Freak at 14.0. Alright, 14.0, check. Data over is 007 radial. 007, data over 12.4. And we can do 12.4 by pulling out. Boom. Use, and let's do this. Now watch this. We're going to go ahead and go RNAV, track to it. Boom. So now we're going to nav right to Linz. And we'll back it up with our hard data 007 outbound. Yeah, why are we flying around like we don't have RNAV? Let's use our RNAV capabilities. We'll throw this into RNAV mode. We're 27 miles from Linz, 9 minutes out. Beautiful day. Dogleg to final, baby. We dropped down early because of the feds. We should do one of the things on Microsoft multiplayer so Xboxers can join as well. Yeah, I wonder if I could do both. If I can join on... Well, I'm on a network, aren't I? I think I'm just going to turn on, like, multiplayer so I can see other players. I could. To fly the approach properly, you need to start at the VOR and fly 006 outbound. You could, or you could just be vectored to join. But if you were doing the full procedure without it, you would have to fly to Sister's Island, yeah. But if we were in radar contact, we could just go right to it. Or we could, they'd give us a vector to join, which would, they probably would do that. They'd actually probably stay, say, fly this heading until Linz. Advise when established on the localizer, report Linz inbound. Because once we get up a little bit closer, we should be able to pick up the LDA. 1099. Might be a little bit terrain mass here because we are a little bit low. Eight minutes out. Back to enjoying our wine. Chocolate strawberries. Yeah, patience offset for a mountain. Yeah, I have never flown in here in the sim. I've never been to Juneau in the sim. I must be missing out. BKJ Blueface, we're going all the way to Ushuaia, Argentina, man. I'll take a bourbon. One bourbon coming right up, my man. Wish I could open the no like little mini fridge. I have to. I really want to click on this. Oh, we got to turn off all of our wasting all of our energy here on our heats. We'll turn those off. Window heats come off. Unload. Stock PAJN in 2020 is pretty juice. Really, Mickey G. Wow, Mickey G, you already made it to Juneau? Man, you're cooking, dude. Mickey G's cooking. Just wait till you get that XTX. I mean, I can see trees all the way out there already. It's crazy. Man, much nicer weather. It's smoothed out. Sun is setting. Hop over to Antarctica. Yeah, just a casual hop. Migs, it's cleared up, man. Wooby, what's going on? Welcome to the stream, dude. Oh, Migs, get out of here. Why aren't you flying, or not Migs, sorry, Steven, get out of here. Why aren't you flying the DC-3, Steven? Huh? You left Zippy to fly a DC-3 all by himself? It's unacceptable. What I need to do is we need a formation with the DC-3. Because the DC-3s in formation would look so sweet. You're at work. Dude, no one's working at 4:50 on Valentine's Day. Come on, man. Stop lying. You don't gotta lie to kick it here. Yeah, John, it's just the right amount of rock to put you to sleep. I really want to get us into Canada because we can. We're going to add our Canadian flag. So after the next stream, we'll have 2 flags loaded up. We're going to keep an eye. I'm not going to do the replay either or I'm not going to record a replay because I don't want to mess with the hobs. I'd rather have hobs running. I wonder why that would do that like that. You know what's interesting too is when I loaded in, it had my other nav suite It had a KLN 90 loaded in. I wonder if that had something to do with it. Whoa. You can see why it's 5,600 feet Oroka here. We're below that, but we're VFR. When's the next logistics flight? It's either going to be tomorrow, so we can only... Oh, you mean logistics, MT. You mean like Very Seal Logistics, where we get a little squirrely? We might do one soon. The only reason I've kind of slowed down on that is because I mean, the Pilatus jet is cool and all, but I want to fly the PC-12. And I can't take full advantage of the PC-12 until they fix the pressurization. So that's kind of my problem there. Are you able to use the Piston, Duke? Yeah, that's what I was going to do, Fred, right? I was going to load in. So the question is the Grand Duke and the regular Duke different? Like, surely they would be different, right? They'd have different hours on them. I could try loading into the regular Duke. The mission time, Jacob, is not a killer for me. It's a killer in the PC-12 because you can't get up to altitude. If you can get up to altitude, you'd be able to shave off some time. But flying at 17.5, you can't even take advantage of the PC-12. So that's my biggest problem with it right now. Wow, look at these mountains we're about to fly over. This is going to be sweet. Nikki G, XTX coming right at you, my man. Look at that. That looks so cool. I guess this side is melted. That looks beautiful. Nabil, you too, man. XTX when? Yeah, a variety would be nice, though. Absolutely. And here's even more than a variety. This is what I think. It'd be a simple fix. If they don't want to go into their coding and change all the stuff, here's all they got to do to make it much more enjoyable, in my opinion. Allow the operator, allow you to fly any aircraft for a lower payload. So, for instance, if you have a medium cargo airplane, you should be able to do light cargo missions. So if I have a Caravan, I should be able to do 172 cargo missions. If I can't do medium cargo with 172, I shouldn't be able to. That's legit. Oh, we're getting mountain turbulence too as we go over these. That is awesome. But if they could allow you to do the short 172 flights, because those are actually pretty good as far as time is concerned, but I want to fly it in a Caravan. I want to fly it in a PC-12. I want to go into those tiny strips with my turboprop. I don't just want to fly 172. So allow me to fly light cargo with medium cargo airplanes. CTAP 19.7. I'll load it up. That just looks too good, man. Some chop over there. We're 2 miles out. All right, let's see if we can get the localizer. 1099. Come on, pick it up. I'm not able to pick it up yet. This needle's becoming center, so we're going the right direction here. I'm going to stay in heading mode. What was it, Zippy? 19.7, my man. Thank you. 19.7 is up. Let's pause the music. We are done with you. Sounds are coming up. All right, let's. We are in heading mode. Let's go VOR, VOR. Do I have the right freak? 1099? I think I do. Yeah, 1099.071. And we are at 45607. Well, we gotta join the loc. There we go. 071, join the loc. There it's centered. Alright, cool. Juneau traffic. Where are we? Duke 357 Bravo Sierra. Currently 5,000 feet. We are about 12 miles out on the LDA for runway 8 Juneau. 12 miles out on the LDA. We've got DME. We're we're looking good now. So 12 miles. What's our final? We need to be 3,700 at the final. It's visual. We'll just hand fly all the way out. Let's do that. I'm gonna get flight recorder out, and we're gonna try that. We're gonna try to record it, and then we will do the replay in a different piston, so we don't mess with this one here. But we are all set up. Oh man, I should have turned on nav mode. Let's join you up. Let's go full screen, regular light cams on. 18.7 for CTAF. Zippy said 19.7. Zippy, is it 19 or 18? 18.7. Juneau traffic. Duke 357 Bravo Sierra. We're about 10 miles out for the LDA runway 8 out of 5,000 feet Juneau. All right, I'm gonna just hand fly this. Autopilot's coming off. We're gonna start stage cool. We should have started earlier. 2 inches coming back right now. Well, let's get all our lights on here. We'll turn those on, Make sure we're fine. We'll leave props set. Prop sync is off. Cabin altitude is set for sea level landing. That checks. Pressurization looks good. No anti-ice required. Let's see if we can join up here. Flicks reported a tailwind. All right, thank you, Gus. I missed my mouse zoom settings in 24. Mouse zoom settings? What do you mean by that? I think I can see the runway already. Is that the runway right there? We're going to need to throw the flaps out early, start slowing down. 174 is our gear speed. We could throw them out now, help slow us down. We might have to do that. Let's go gear down early. We're right below the limit there, 170. Nice drag, there we go. That'll put the anchor out for us. Down to 3,700 feet. Final is at Barlow 8 miles, so we're inside of that. We're high, and this is actually deceiving because this is not accurate to your position. Zoom it up. Big tailwind circle. All right, we'll take a look at it. We'll keep an eye on it when we get down there. If we got a circle, we'll circle. Probably we're circling for 2.6. Let's take another look. Info weather 140 at 1.6, gust 2.4. 140. Should be a direct crosswind no matter which way we go. Well, they're also not in the superior sim, so might have been a problem. Come back another 3 inches. Yeah, we had to hang the gear on that. Listen to those turbos. Wind shear due to the mountains. We can join and land on 2.6. I don't have a problem with that. If we need to do it, we can do it. Sounds are coming up over here. Magic Barrel Ref update 30-6. Level at about 1,500. Shift right there. All right, let's break off and land 2.6. Juneau traffic, Duke 357 Bravo Sierra, 1,000 feet, 1 mile out LDA for 8. We're circling land 2.6. Juneau traffic. All right, 1,000 feet. We'll level it off here. CHTs are looking fine. Yeah, that stutter is when I click on my other monitor to change the audio, because it's not a G-synced monitor. I'm running this monitor in 2K, and then the other monitor is just an old 1080p, not G-synced up, so I get that hard stutter when I have to click over there. All right, I've got the runway course set up for 260. We'll reverse sense ourselves here on the LDA. That's fine. approach. It is a little bit choppy. 120. Looking good. It's going to be a tight circle in here. We're going to have to swing it out to the right a little bit. Let's swing it out. How's our fuel?
Traffic,
Sounds good.
426. We're about 3 miles from Takeoff. We're going to try and slot in behind the traffic approaching from the west.
Alright, so he's going to slot in behind.
5 miles out of LE.
Take it in tight here. Oh, I never started recording. Recording is on. Instinctively climbed a little bit here as we get close to the terrain. We're not going to run it all the way up, but let's run it up just a hair, about 27 on the props. Fuel boost pumps are coming on. Mixture's rich. Turn it in here. Yank and bank. Juneau traffic 7, Bravo Sierra, turn and final 26.
Juneau traffic.
Full flaps coming in.
Juneau traffic 330 Sierra, 3000 left at south of Shelter Island. We're going to take a left down for 26. Juneau.
100 feet or 100 knots, we're looking good. Stable, gear, undercarriage, mixtures, props are set. Let's grease it on, baby. Nice, dry, paved runway. That's what I like. Like landing on that snow on our first leg. A little bit of a quartering tailwind here. I think the winds were accurate, 140. I think the 2020 sim is not accurate. I think the sim is better. A little bit of a quartering tailwind here. I can feel it on 2.4, 2.6. Roll, find it. Where you at? There you are. Props up. Yeah, definitely a quartering tailwind on this side. Let's see if we can't make this exit right here. Yes, we can. Oof, we're down. All right, clear it up. Pumps coming off. Flaps are coming up. My neck and back. Oh, come on, Mickey G. Recording stopped. Oh, I forgot. I don't have nose wheel steering. So we're going to dump you, get the residual pressure out. I got to keep the speed up so we can steer with differential braking. Juneau traffic, some Bravos here. We're clear of 26 Texas ramp Juneau. Come on, baby. Let's take our own ramp. Let's park over here. See me dragging that tire. Listen to that. Yeah, definitely should have landed 8. Everybody that's circling is going to have a tailwind. I know, I'm leaving streaks on the taxiway. It's the only way I can turn. I will park it here. Alright, let's get a proper shutdown. 1,000 RPM. Let's go opposites, go right to left. Pressurization air is off, co-pilot air is off. We'll reset you. About the 11 o'clock position. Normal on the dump switch. Auto heat is off. Vent blower is low. Flaps are up. Pressurization is set sea level.
Everybody circling to land the altitude.
Electric pitch trim is off.
Oh, yeah.
We're in the green. Actually, there we go. Pitch trim is off. Taxi light. Wing light. Nav only. Fuel heats are off. Cow flaps will open them up. 1,000, 2, 1,000, 3, 1,000, 4, 1,000, 5, 1,000, 6, 1,000, 7, 1,000, 8, 9, 10. Close enough. We didn't use any oxygen. The oxygen hasn't leaked out. We're still good.
Juneau traffic, Western 426. We're going to abandon the approach on 08. To the left, downwind leg for the opposing runway. Juneau.
Sounds like they're making a circle land as well. All right, engine should be cooling down. 1,000 RPM. We will go avionics master off, inverter off. Let's check our Hobbs time. I'm going to screenshot it. Oh, I didn't want to do that. Left window's print screen. I just did a snipping tool thing. I'm going to screenshot the Hobbs time. Yeah, I closed the cow flaps because it's going to be... That's what I meant. Yeah, I closed them. Kill you. Gen's off. Battery off. Mags off. Let's open it up and get out of here. Put our covers on. Wheel chocks, PO covers, engine covers. Close that up. What does this do? So it appears it does nothing. It just looked like a click spot for something. Alright, let's open the door. Maybe it's a click spot to close the door? Yeah, it's a click spot to close the door. Alright. We hath made it. Beautiful day in Juneau. Take a screenshot, documenting our journey. Oh, there's that DC-3. Let's turn around. Let's crouch. Oh, that guy just touched down. Bring out our camera. Screenshot. How do I go down? Down. There we go. Leg 4 coming up next. No gear. I still don't know why I don't have gear on my other on my Dukes. It's so weird. There's that DC-3. Hold on. We'll see his landing. Get out of here. Oh, he's on the turn. I wish I could track him. Like, just do track plane. This ought to be an interesting circle for a DC-3. Leg 4 is entry into Canada, Migs. You got it. Coming up next. It's going to be a pretty interesting... oh, I guess I can't go any farther. It should be... I think it's going to be a little bit of a longer flight. I'll have to look at the flight plan, and I'll get it set up and post it. We'll either do it tomorrow or Sunday evening. Thing is, since we're doing everything in real time... we'd have to leave about the... Wouldn't want to leave any later than 3 Central. Because I don't think the airport we're going to is going to have lights. So, and we might have to carry through fuel on this one. We got to look, see how much fuel we have left over. I mean, that still looks really cool. Is his gear down? He has gear normally. I hope his gear down. See, I guess his gear down. It must be a glitch. Yeah, he's down. Ooh, that's a bounce. Ooh. Uh-oh. Keep control. He's sliding. He's got the 2020 slide going on. He's in 2020. He's got the 2020 S-turn going on. That's still cool, though. Tail just came down. Grim's got the camera out. I know it. Oh, there's the Dukes over there. I didn't see there's another one on the ramp. Oh, yeah. A couple guys parked over there. I didn't see him. Let's take a picture. We'll take a picture of these Dukes, and then we got to get out of here. There's actual jet bridge here, too, huh? Oh, I parked on the wrong side. That's what it is. They're way over there. I didn't see them over there. I parked over here. That's my bad. Let's take a picture of those Dukes. Are you in the dirt? I think he's in the dirt. Is that a turbine Duke? That's a turbine Duke right there. Oh, and the Spitfire behind him. Man, I'm getting kind of jealous. I kind of want to fly a turbine Duke. See, he doesn't have gear. They have gear. I wonder if it's the model that they're logging in as. Oh, that couldn't be it, right? Because why would one Duke have gear and the other Dukes not have gear? That is such a bizarre situation. All right, let's try our experiment with the replay, though. I'm going to go ahead and disconnect. So we are set. Let me go back here, make sure the airplane is set, which it is. And everything is off. And we took a picture of the hobs. I'm going to take a picture of the fuel. So we're going to go ahead and screenshot the fuel for the next flight. So we're at 40 gallons aside, just about. We burned, how much did we burn? We had 80 aside when we took off, so we burned 80 gallons on that flight. Left ourselves reserved. We had a long alternate. I had an alternate in there of Ketchikan, I think. So that's why we had to take extra on this one. All right. Let's end flight properly. We'll go here. We'll go end flight, end flight. We're disconnected from my Veo Premium. Yeah, we're going to refuel here, Migs, because let me show you where we're looking at it. I have it up. Our next flight is going to be PAJN to, what is it, CYYZ? No. What is our next flight destination? It's CYZY. Mackenzie. That's what it is. Mackenzie. So this is going to be an interesting route. Now you can see I've got fuel. We've got fuel here at 1198. I don't know if you could see that, but I got FBO fuel on. This is going to be an interesting flight to Mackenzie. I don't know if we're going to go... We're not going to be able to go straight there. I don't know why we're going so far inland. I wonder if we should stay on the coast and go to like Bella Bella. I don't know. Or this one they have gas here. Where's Terrace? Maybe we should go to Terrace. They have gas. 709. We could go there. 709. Because I don't know if we need to go all the way into Mackenzie. We might do this right here. Go to the Terrace. We might go to CYXT. That's 307 straight line. That'll put us in Canada. Then from there, we'll drop down. We'll have to have the next 4 legs planned up as we go all the way down. We do not get to add a GPS until Kika. So Kika is down here. This is when we will install our Garmin 430 device. So that's kind of the tentative plan for now. Let me try a replay on a different Duke, though. So actually, let's just see if I load back in, if it kept our Hobbs time. Let's just see. I want to try this first. Let's just see if our Hobbs time is the same. Oh, I got to get the thing off the screen. Oh, we see we're glitched out on this one because the tail is glitched. So that it's glitching on the tail a little bit. Okay, it kept it. Look, 4 hours. No, it kept it. It kept it. So, all right, maybe I'm crazy. I don't know. All right. Let's load into a different variant. So instead of November 1 Victor, let's load into a regular Duke. A white 70s style Duke. This is not a Grand Duke. Let's save and back. Save and back. Let's start just at a ramp. Just to make sure we're in a different spot. This is a testing. We're going to see if I can do the replay in the different version. Because I don't... Sometimes that replay will like run your engines up and it'll damage your engines. And I don't want to be having accrued damage happening because of replays. Alright, so we're ready to fly. Let's go into the cockpit. Yep, this is a different airframe. You can see there's only 1.2 hours on it. So beautiful. We'll do the replay on this one. Let me disconnect the yoke from the sim. And then I do want to get out of here. I would do another leg, but not tonight. Valentine's Day, got to get home for the kiddos. Valentine's party. We'll do that on. We'll make sure the throttles are up, mixers are full, and we'll put mags on both. Oh, mags on both. And I think it will auto start. Oh, I got to pull the chocks and covers. We'll pull the boom, boom. Oh, no, we want that on. Payload, get rid of you. All right, close the cabin door. And now we'll do replay. Hey! All right. I'm going to do one short replay. We'll see how we touch down. Let's run it forward. Meow. We'll see our juicy touchdown. I think I greased this one already. Man, this looks like a very sealed version, all white. I'm going to have to get with Whiskey and see if he could, like, throw some more dirt as we get further on the tour. Be like, hey, could you throw a bunch of grime on one of our, or like bullet holes? How funny would that be? All right, let's see if we grease this sucker in here. I was trying to find the wheel. It wasn't quite a greaser. I could have done a little bit better. Let's see if G's works. Let me load up G's. Wasn't as greasy as I thought. Still had a little bit of altitude to go. Let's see what G says here. 142 on the G's. 142. Let's find it back. Let's give it one more shot. Let's see what G says. It was firm but fair. I got a little. I was trying to find the runway. I just thought I was lower. See, that's that Airbus flare. I'm Airbus flaring. Too early. Just let her set. 120. Firm but fair. We'll call it between a 110 and a 150. How about that? Let's split the difference. Let's call it 135. I like that. All right, let me get rid of G's. I'm going to give you the full replay. Put on sail. Put the gear up. Make it look more juice. Let's run the sunset down a little bit for a juicy landing. Let's get sail on. I still have fun with it, man. I still have a ton of fun. Oh, I can't go. I have to go February 15th. Let's do it like so. Boom. 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 Lights are on. Check. There you go. All right. Does Barry cover my chiropractor bill? Get out of here with the chiropractors, man. 140. Come on. That was a buttery smooth. And we solved the replay dilemma, MIGs, so we should be good. And we saw that it saved the Hobbs time, so barring something weird happening on shutdown, everything should work. So, all right. Mig says, hype for leg 4, vote to keep it to the coast. I'll put up a poll for the members. How about that? I'll put a poll up. You can vote for the route. Either we go coastal or we go inland for the next leg into Canada, home of Gustavo. It says, you will be allowed into Canadian airspace if flying on anything Canadian, such as the Beaver. No, we don't have any Canadian stuff on. Actually, I think I have a Beaver 24. But nah, man, we're flying Dukes all the way. All the way, man. Duke series. All right. Hype for leg 4. I will see y'all tomorrow or Sunday. enjoy the replay as we approach into Juneau, Alaska. I'll catch you all later on. Stay safe, stay healthy. I'm B1. Soup! Camera system is so bad in this set.